Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Skiing at Copper Mountain is structured around infrastructure rather than tradition. The resort was designed from the outset to move large numbers of people efficiently across the steep terrain, and that logic is visible at the base areas and lift systems. The lift network is the backbone of how Copper operates. Base lifts are positioned to pull skiers uphill quickly and distribute them across the mountain without forcing bottlenecks. This reduces congestion at ground level and keeps movement predictable even during peak periods. The system prioritizes flow rather than spectacle. One defining feature of Copper is how the terrain is separated by natural fall lines. Instead of mixing ability levels across the same access points, the mountain uses geography to organize use. Lifts deliver skiers into zones that broadly match skill level, which reduces cross-traffic and makes the system easier to manage at scale. From an operational perspective, this matters. Snowmaking, grooming, and patrol coverage can be planned more precisely when terrain use is consistent. Lift placement reinforces that structure by feeding traffic into specific areas rather than scattering it randomly. Snow management is another key component. Copper relies on a combination of natural snowfall and targeted snowmaking to maintain coverage at low elevations and high-use areas. Infrastructure is concentrated where reliability is critical, particularly near lift bases and primary connectors. This ensures continuity even when conditions fluctuate. Lift bases function as transfer points rather than gathering spaces. The goal is to keep people moving uphill rather than lingering. Facilities are positioned to support quick transitions. Ticketing, equipment handling, and access are all designed to minimize delay at the point of entry. At the bottom of the lifts, what you see is the operational side of skiing. Towers, cables, loading zones, and safety systems all working continuously to maintain rhythm. These systems are monitored and adjusted constantly to match weather, visibility, and volume. Copper's approach reflects its role within the Interstate 70 corridor. Large numbers of skiers arrive and depart on tight schedules. The resort's infrastructure is built to absorb that pressure without breaking down. Reliability matters more than novelty. The lifts also define the daily cadence of the mountain. Opening times, wind holds, and load management shape how the day unfolds. Skiing here is not improvised. It is coordinated through systems that balance safety, efficiency, and terrain access. What distinguishes Copper Mountain is how visible this structure is. The resort does not hide its operational logic. The skiing experience is built on engineering, movement, deliberate terrain separation, and lift systems designed to work consistently under pressure. In that sense, skiing at Copper is not just about snow and slope, it is about how infrastructure enables access at elevation, keeps flow stable, and supports high volume use in a narrow mountain corridor.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.